Yo, hi. How are all of you doing today? I turned off the voice changer for now, just because I'm gonna be real, I don't really know if I want to use it or not. It's a little much. In my humble opinion, it is a little much. So yeah, we're doing stuff. We're doing it. What up? Not much, bro. Just, hanging out. We're gonna get started um with all of this stuff. We're going to be doing we're doing something known as marathon, which some people might know a little bit about, some people might not. Basically, it's a first person shooter that was released on the Macintosh. Yeah, and we're checking that out. I kind of wanted to do marathon because I keep getting told to do fucking marathon and I never do it. So I guess today's the day we do marathon. It's pre-Halo Bungie. There's a lot of pre-Halo Bungie. Like Oni, for example, is pre-Halo, if I remember correctly. Hello, passiveness. How are you doing today? Welcome to my stream where I learn about what the power of 7 is. And before you all ask, yes, I know there's no game on stream yet. I am fixing that. There. Thank you for the head pats. Means a lot. So we're doing this marathon. Hell yeah. The 4. We're gonna kill the P4. The P4. You know? I didn't put any texture packs on, mainly because I actually like the original look of Marathon quite a bit. I have to see how loud it is, though. I might have to turn it down a little. Just a little bit so you can hear me. Because I mainly want you to be able to hear me. I can't really gauge it. I have a separate sound thing, interface. Yeah, there we go. No. How's this? Is this good? I think this is about as good as we're gonna get. I really enjoy this game. I played it before. Not a whole hell of a lot, but like I played it before. I usually never get past this level, and also I forgot to go read the terminal. Hold on. We got to get the lore. That's why I'm playing this. Message to all Marathon terminals. Marathon Emergency System broadcast. Today at 0820 hours, the Marathon came under surprise attack from unknown hostile forces. The Marathon has sustained serious damage. At 0830 hours, alien forces boarded the Marathon. The current situation is dire. All personnel are required to arm themselves and fight for their lives. Incoming message from Leela. Welcome to the Marathon. I am Leela, one of the 2 surviving artificial intelligences aboard the Marathon. I have been severely damaged and am working to understand the current situation. Find the teleport terminal located in the hangar's control room. By that time, I should have a better idea of what is going on. End of message. This is where you are now. From here, you can explore the rest of the hangar area, although not all of the doors on the level are functioning. There's a pattern buffer at this location. There is a jump pad at this location. Activate the terminal to leave the hangar area. Okay. We are now in the hangar. I have a few mods on Aleph for the purposes of just looking up and down and stuff without it looking gross and giving me motion sickness. But no graphical mods. These are all the base graphics, and it actually looks pretty good for the time. It doesn't look as good as something like Doom. It's got a very Mac OS style. You know what I mean by that? Like, it's got a very Mac style to it. Where everything, all the colors are a little bit, tiny bit, poppy, I guess, is the best way to put it. I know that I'm supposed to go this way, by the way. I'm just exploring a little bit beforehand so I can actually, you know, fill the map out and get to know my area. Knowing your area is a bit important in this game. It's important if you really want to learn the story to explore as much as possible. Ow. Ah. Die. The only way to heal is through, like, medkit terminals. It's not like Half-Life where they also have, you know, just regular standard, medkits all over the floor. Fun fact, my partner actually thought the little skittering, the chittering that the aliens do, she thought it was a Wile E. Coyote style skid that your character was making whenever you turn. And I had to, like, tell her, no, those are alien noises. And she was like, are you sure? They only seem to happen when you're turning. And I go, yes, because it's their alert noise. I'm not kidding. She thought there was a Wile E. Coyote style skittering or skidding sound effect. And it was so funny to me to have to explain to her what it actually was. She didn't believe me at first. Like, she was just like, no, it's like whenever you turn. Individual characters and personality are preserved in stories, movies, ROM personalities, etc. Although individual expression is a universal ability, individual freedom is constrained by the society. See attached figure. Fire and aspects of the Fury are as follows. Each society has some controlling force, or the forces which decide its direction, but the relationships in society are arbitrary. Humanity can relate to money, machines, neighbors, anything really. I don't trust whatever wrote that. I don't know. It doesn't seem in his right mind, you know? But yeah, my partner thought that the skittering, the chittering of the aliens was actually the sound you were making when you, like, skid around a corner. And I had to explain that no, it wasn't in fact that. It was just very convenient. It's because I'm always moving. How you doing, Dale? I'm gonna be in a stream with Imp Black Belt at the, you know, at about like 3 p.m. PST. So within like 4 hours or so. All of the information that I have gathered so far indicates that the alien invasion of the Marathon has been relatively uncoordinated. I suspect that this is partially due to Marathon's large size. However disorderly the alien invasion is, their assault of the computer... How disorderly the alien invasion is, their assault of the computer net, has been extremely effective. I detect security breaches in almost every computer system aboard the Marathon. I have learned that there is an alien creature that is capable of interfacing with our systems. You must kill any of these creatures that you find. It is a priority that we stop them. Even now, they are penetrating my defenses. Teleport now. End of message. About 4 p.m. PST, I think. If I can get people around a bit early to set up, it'd be perfect. I'll be around as early as I can be. Because, you know, we need to set up audio and stuff. I again don't know if I'm using the voice filter. Eat Spectra. It'll be great. I did. I ate chicken nuggets earlier. I am now in contact with a number of colonists planetside, but their reports on the situation below are conflicting and obviously exaggerated. It's all good, come as you want, and for me it's more getting the scorecard tool ready, yeah. The primary medium-range radio antenna has been disabled or destroyed, which makes communication extremely difficult. The only thing which seems clear is that the spaceport was obliterated by low-yield nuclear weapons minutes after the attack on the Marathon began. This I can verify through my own optical instruments. The invaders seem to be more interested in the Marathon than the colony, at least in the short term. The motives behind their unprovoked attack are still unknown, however. This is the computer terminal that you are using now. I cannot teleport you out of this section from here, so you will have to leave from another terminal after you find the assault rifle. There is an M75 assault rifle, grenade launcher, and ammunition at this location. When firing on the fully automatic setting, this weapon is highly inaccurate, but the grenades hit hard, and it's the best we can do right now. Ammunition may be scarce for a while, so be prepared to fall back to your pistol. Here's a terminal. You must reach to leave this section. Alien infiltration of this area is high. Proceed with caution. You may find doors blocked or stairways retracted on the way because the AI in control of these functions is damaged and behaving erratically. Durandal. I think it's Durandal because it's a German word. If I remember correctly, it's a spear. Hold on, I need to look that up. I don't want to look like an idiot. Oh, French. It's French, and it's the legendary sword of Roland, who is a paladin of Charlemagne. Can I save? Oh, wait. I need a... I forgot. This game has manual saves, like, in certain locations. What happened to my HUD? Oh, there it is. That is certainly a fucking assault rifle. Oh my lord, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. I have never seen an assault rifle this fucking chunky. Kinda wish I had a crosshair. It doesn't do as much damage with my pistol and it uses more ammo. I think. Yeah, because usually they die in about one shot with the Magnum. I believe it's a Magnum that I have. Getting the scorecard ready? Yeah, I'm excited for the stream, honestly. It's going to be very interesting. Because this is your first time ever playing Doom 2, isn't it? Like, you've never played it before? Doom 2 has a lot of problems, but it's overall a fine game. It works for what it's trying to do. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna go get health. I've only seen bits and pieces, but never played. I will not be a harsh judge with it then. I was gonna roast you playfully, depending, but like, honestly, I'm not gonna roast a new player of Doom 2 who's never like experienced the weapons before or anything. Or rather, the levels or the enemies, because the enemies in Doom 2 are a little unrelenting and annoying. Yeah, I feel like this is significantly more inaccurate than my pistol, but also it doesn't do as much damage as my pistol. It is certainly a fucking assault rifle, though. Oh yeah, I do have one mod installed. I have enhanced music. I have grenades. Let's see what one of those is like. Oh! Oh, that is a straight firing grenade. I have not played much Marathon, honestly. I played Marathon 2. I'm probably doing Ultraviolence, definitely not Nightmare. Yeah, look. Look, don't play Nightmare. No one likes Nightmare in Doom. It's not fun. The enemies aren't really harder. They just constantly respawn, so you can't tell where you've been and where you're going. Usually the best way to tell where you're going is to look for the dead bodies and follow them. Ow. I'm switching back to my pistol. How do I get that secret? I know that's a secret. This is actually fairly impressive for the time it came out in. Because I believe Doom came out in 96, and this came out in 94. This beat Doom to the punch. I believe. Like, hold on. Doom. No, it didn't, but it did beat Doom 2. This is still relatively impressive for an unproven developer who this is their first first-person shooter ever. Like, I don't think anyone really realizes how impressive Marathon is, especially considering it was on the fucking Mac, which wasn't made for gaming at all. Mac games back then used to be just like HyperCard things. Like, if you don't know what HyperCard was, it was essentially a PowerPoint, but on Mac. It was basically the Mac's version of PowerPoint. So, like, you were playing a PowerPoint presentation. Classic Bungie were Rockstar programmers? I did not know that. No, as in they worked for Rockstar. Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know that. They were absolute legends of programming. Well, you know, it shows. This is very, very fucking impressive. I'm almost wondering how much of Carmack's DNA is in this game. Like, did Carmack give them scaling routines and stuff like that so they could actually make this? Because, like, Carmack, if you guys don't know, the first-person shooter industry back then was very much a very, it was a circle. Essentially, everyone knew each other. They didn't work for Rockstar, that company didn't even exist, but they were impressive. Yeah. They were like John Romero or Carmack, I take it, then, where they were just really good A++. But yeah, it shows that they were certainly worthy of being a little bit arrogant, if they were. I certainly don't blame any of the programmers from back here being a little bit arrogant. I mean, come on, if you basically made this in your, like, early 20s with scraps and nothing else, I feel like you would also be a little bit arrogant and full of yourself and cocky. I'm not kidding when I say that the reason I just started firing wildly was because I almost shit myself. Oh my god. Bill Gates poached them and Steve Jobs. Oh. And Steve Jobs bitched him over the phone. That's incredible. I fucking love that as a detail. That's hilarious. I mean, this thing certainly does look like it would be called the M70. Look at it. It's huge. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. There's a secret right there. I don't know how to get that because there is no jump button in this. Oh, maybe like so? I just realized I have a really floaty jump. Maybe I could... Nope. I really want whatever is in there. Like, really bad. I just imagine how that conversation went. Bill, you fucker! You stole my programmers from my own company! How dare you! They're gonna be making Halo. What the fuck is a Halo? A sequel to your game. I don't even really like Bill Gates. I just thought it would be funny to make him a cartoon supervillain. To Bill Gates, he was probably a cartoon supervillain. Let's be real. Wait. Is this one of those games where I have to... Hold on. No, I'm not trying to grenade jump in this. No fucking way. Bill Gates doesn't need my help being a cartoon supervillain. I know what you're implying. Yes, he doesn't really. But it's still funny. Imagining him snickering as he steals someone's programmers, or hires them rather, for a better deal. Let's face it here, it probably was just a better deal for them. By the way, those things, when they like randomly appeared in the hallway, I very nearly crapped my fucking pants. For very obvious reasons, I feel. They just sort of appear in front of you. Ow, fuck. I really hope that I can actually, like, do this better, because, oh my god. I forgot that sometimes this game is hard with kind of tanky enemies. Enemies I would describe as moderately tanky. Except for these things. These things go down quick. When I actually hit them. Honestly, I kind of need a crosshair. I know that this game doesn't have one by default, but I need one. I also wish you could move faster. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the ammo. Ammunition. But yeah, I'm on Windows again for a few reasons. Mainly because I wanted to play... Look, I know Linux is great, but I really don't like playing games that have kernel level anti-cheat. I hate that I'm a slave of that. Finally got past that part. UESC Marathon. Marathon Internal Engineering Documents. Section 1C. Subject doors. There are 5 basic doors designed to be used on the Marathon. Outer bulkhead doors, airlock doors, inner bulkhead doors, tertiary or inner sealed non-vacuum safe doors. Direct control of all doors except the tertiary and quaternary doors will be given to Durandal. With indirect control over other doors going to Durandal, the difference between direct and indirect control primarily has to do with the manner of opening the doors. Durandal will only open a directly controlled door when he is specifically asked to do so. Indirectly controlled doors are automatically controlled by Durandal to open when needed. However, due to the expense involved with adding thermal and visual spectrum sensors to the tertiary and quaternary door groups, these doors will be minimally used. The expected savings of not using this extra sensory input is estimated to be 57% of the base cost of the basic inner bulkhead door. Jesus fucking Christ. The type of doors are all basically the same, with some slight variations. The doors in classes 1 and 3 are the same doors classified separately to distinguish between the levels of safety checking required to ensure acceptable leakage. The airlock doors are specifically modified to work with manual and remote activation switches. The airlocks are all to be marked with a specific airlock symbol and to be outfitted with an air recharge system. The tertiary and quaternary doors are designed exactly as bulkhead doors, but are checked coarsely for air leakage. This article, as well as articles 530F and 532G on Windows and elevators respectively, will be placed for public access in the Marathon Internal Engineering Document section 1C Appendix H. Oh god, word salad. Well, not really word salad, but you know what I mean. Oh. Cute. The Marathon's automated defenses were disabled during the initial attack by a directed magnetic pulse. The aliens used the same weapons to disable the Marathon's other 2 AIs, Durandal and Tycho, and to severely damage my cell. Durandal is responsible for controlling the ship's autonomous functions. Doors, life support, kitchens, air reprocessors, stairs, and so on. Because he is non-functional, I am working to assume many of these tasks as possible. Tycho controls the Science and Engineering Network. Now that you are better armed, our first priority is to reactivate the Marathon's defenses under my control so that we may offer some resistance for the aliens. I have built 3 replacement circuit boards for the defense system, but cannot move them from the manufacturing center without assistance. I will now teleport you to retrieve the replacement parts, and I will give you further instructions when you arrive. End of message. Ah, my god. There's a lot of reading in this, by the way, just letting y'all know. So if you hate my voice, you're gonna fucking hate this stream. The Marathon's automatic manufacturing systems have finished, making replacement circuits. There are 3 circuits, each should be in its manufacturing holding chamber. With luck, the alien viruses have not infiltrated the manufacturing systems, but even if they had, I would have no way of knowing. The attacks on my systems are growing more steady. If the counterattack is not able to remove some of the computer infiltrators, then I will eventually succumb. It is absolutely imperative that a counterattack begin as soon as possible. The Marathon is not defenseless, and we can't let it be taken without a fight. This is where the circuit should be. Look in all of the receptacle lockers. There's a pattern buffer located next to your current location. I suggest that you use it immediately. After you have retrieved the circuits, return to the terminal at this location, and I will transport you to the defense center to install them. I will try to make the readings as concise as possible. It's going to be a bit hard. I need ammo before I even think about going anywhere else. I'm nearly out of grenades already. Whack, 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 whack. Whack, 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 whack. You must retrieve all 3 of the repair chips. There is no point in going to the defense center unless you have all 3. Search until you have found them. Okay. Please tell me there's ammo up here. Nope. Ammo is so scarce right now for some reason. It's all my fault. I should have like conserved ammo better. Because these things aren't like pushovers. They will kill you very quickly if you don't have a gun. Like, if you're just trying to punch them, they will kill you super quick. It's actually amazing I survived that. Or haven't I been here? I'm gonna save. Where's the save? But yeah, like I'm actually kind of worried now. Because like I really don't want to die again. Damn it. I just don't have any ammo. This game is stingy. At least later on in the game. Like after episode 1 or level 1, it gets really stingy with ammo for some reason. But yeah, I'm just imagining fucking Steve Jobs calling Bill over the phone and going, "Bill, you son of a fucking bitch. How dare you steal my programmers?" And Bill's just laughing maniacally. "Bill, you piece of shit." I do like them killing the Tau. After playing Fire Warrior, all I want is like, I hate the Tau. Intrinsically. Especially after playing Fire Warrior, I just hate them. I have no ammo. I can't get ammo because there's no ammo here. Oh, there's ammo. Finally. Something. Thank you, game. You're very gracious for giving me assault rifle ammo. And pistol ammo. One thing a pistol ammo. Oh my god! Shut off your car alarm, neighbor. My neighbor is like, his car alarm's going off and he's not doing anything. I don't know his name. He's just my neighbor, basically. I've never really interacted with my neighbors. I mean, I do at my actual main place interact with my neighbors, mainly to tell them that they're pieces of shit. But, you know, I haven't interacted with this guy because I'm not here a lot. Like, I'm just visiting a friend, you know, my partner's house, basically. I said a friend at first, but like, I'm not doing girlfriend experience anyway, so. This is the most inaccurate assault rifle. Gee, I wonder why, considering it has a fucking stub barrel. Or a snub barrel, rather. That's not even a snub barrel, that's just not even a barrel. I was afraid this would happen. You'll have to go to the manufacturing transport station to get the last circuit board. Collect the 2 circuit boards that were transported and then go to the transport station. Okay. I'm not reading all of it just because some of it is just there as flavor. Circuit boards collected. And I've got ammo now. How much? Well, six magazines of pistol and 5 magazines of assault rifle, no extra grenades. But yeah, Jesus, I hate my neighbors. Like, I have never had a good experience with any of my neighbors. And I know that's like, you know, asshole principle, but I mean, I've had experiences with neighbors that were outside of here, like my neighbors that were outside of here. Like when I lived in an apartment, everyone was relatively nice and kind. You know? But then you just have the kind of ones that, like, you know, Karen-esque types who think they're entitled to like everything. They're entitled to tell you how to live and everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one I'm currently dealing with at my house. She, like, thinks she's entitled to tell me what should make me upset and what shouldn't make me upset. And in this case, what made me upset was her dog barking all the time. And her not taking care of it and just letting it fucking sit out there and bark. Even though she was home. And apparently I'm in the wrong for, you know, calling animal welfare because she's not taking care of her dog. Apparently that was wrong of me and horrible, and I'm a terrible human being. Because how dare I make the kid sad by taking away his dog that he doesn't take care of. Absolutely insane behavior, you know? Oh. That's out. There was nothing to be gained from hesitation now. In her possession, it would become something of consequence. Though it was nothing more than a simple particular flower, or more precisely, when she had it so the room flickered and tore, bending into something else. System error number 25 at Jackson, which she caused to be consumed by ashless fire. Doors opened before her without cause, their locks rusted and shattered before her slender hands began to dance in front of her horrified face, before turning into a fine powder which settled in a pile-on. Where she had been standing 14,700 miles away, eyes on fire, tearing at her hair. Turning in fury, she kicked viciously, angrier, made her careless, and she Sorry, I can't do glitches with my voice. What did that really do? But yeah, my neighbor is like or the one at home rather, is like a white kind of very stereotypical Karen type, you know? And I don't keep in mind, I'm not generalizing her because she's, you know, white or whatever, but like I'm saying what she comes off as very entitled about everything. And she's very much a weirdo about everything. Also, ad break in about a minute and 40 seconds, so we'll probably be calling a little bit of an ad break after this level if I can actually get to the end of it. I don't really know where I'm going. She feels like she's very entitled to tell me, like, you know, what I'm allowed to be upset by and all that. I genuinely don't know where I'm going. It's hard to talk when you don't know what you're doing. Okay, ad break. So yeah, we'll be right back. Sorry about this, everybody. Hey everyone, we're back. Sorry about that. I was checking out my my preview for my rigging. Looks good. I can't wait to show it off. I'm getting excited. Hold on, why is the audio dead? Oh, it's fine. Guess it's because my AC is on that I'm, you know, not hearing it well. Actually, wait. It's very low. Sorry about that. Needs to go down a bit. There we go. I guess the reason they had to make it less powerful than the pistol is because otherwise it would be too powerful. Or something. Look, I'm trying to make up any excuse why the assault rifle in this kind of sucks. Well, the words, you know, the word sucks is kind of inaccurate. It's just kind of not the greatest assault rifle ever. My problem with it is how inaccurate it is compared to the pistol and how little damage it does compared to the pistol. It has a bonus of fire rate, but like the fire rate doesn't really matter if it still takes more shots to kill something. Hang on. There. I believe this is where it told me it put the manufacturer chip. Yep. Ah, good job. I have received reports from some human security forces. They agree that the aliens are concentrating on the aft engineering section. I would conjecture that they will try to shut down the Marathon's reactors. Your next mission will be to put the automatic defenses online. I will give you exact information when you arrive. Teleport when ready. Counterattack. It looks very Mac OS, and I don't hate it for that at all. I like it. Hold on, I have to go back into it. I have received a preliminary report from some members of the science staff who have finished post-mortem examinations on the three kinds of aliens. They report that by modern genealogical standards, the different aliens belong to different species. I have been collecting as much information as I can and will give you a report shortly. I have established contact with Durandal for the first time since the attack. He seems to have sustained less damage than I had previously suspected. Durandal reports say he has been in communications with the aliens. He says that the aliens behind the invasion call themselves the Four, and that the ones attacking the computer net are called the Spit. But he was reluctant to share this details of his communication, and I cannot understand this. Your mission here is rather simple. You must insert the circuits in the defense control panels. This is your current location. Here is a shield recharge. There's a shield recharge in the access control room. Here's a supply room with a large supply of ammunition and weapons. You should stop in this room. This is the defense control center. Hopefully the new control circuits will work. Place one in the terminal at this location. Hello, Kay. Hi. Thank you for calling me Specky. How are you doing today? Or are you Key? I think you're Key. This is where to place the second one. And this is the final location. Good luck. I mean, I could have parsed that by just the general look of the area, but whatever. It's pronounced K. Okay, K. Sorry about that. I am doing great. I got a preview for my rigging for my 2D model, and I'm quite excited to show it off when I can. I'm not showing it off now because it's still a work in progress. But it is almost rigged and ready to go. You got a 2D model ready? Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I've had it in the works for a while. I pretty much knew I was always going to shift to a 2D model because honestly, whenever I play Battlefield 6 with my 3D model, my computer immediately goes like, I don't like what you're doing to me. You are doing awful things. You are hurting me. Master, please stop hurting me. And I just go, sorry, little computer buddy. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. I don't think I can get out of this room. Yeah, I'm just gonna die. Well, at least I don't have to waste my time. Because I know where I'm going. You say you're an android meant to go clink, 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 but you look like you're more designed to go plap, plap, plap. Oh my god, that's an amazing one. That's one I haven't actually heard before. Love it. But yes, speaking of, I actually have some art in the works. I'm sure you understand why I said art instead of just flat out saying it. Someone commissioned me in a certain position. I'll just say it that way. Okay, I already know the mission, so might as well just get on with the mission. Now, remember not to go in that door. I'm just going to consider this danger zone. And I'm not gonna go in. Wait, do I have to? Fan art? Yeah. It was commissioned by someone who I'll credit when we're all done with everything. With it. Like, I'll credit when I'll let you know who commissioned it as soon as it's done and up there and out there, because I don't want it to get spoiled at all by anyone. I feel like this is just a giant death trap. Oi, oi, hi, Stark. How you doing? Boop. I like being booped. How you doing today? If my calculations are correct, there was a door here that I can enter. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to go anywhere else. Oops. Not at all what I meant to do. So slow. Vox has been plugging away at his Sharks week while I've been working. Aw, man. That's fair enough. I messed up. Yeah, I have to reload a save because I fucked it up. This game, it does have some, like, times where you will not be able to do something. And you just have to, like, kind of learn, hey, that's okay. I have been playing Marathon, the extraction shooter for a little bit, and I've been enjoying it. It's fun. I just wanted to know more about Durandal and maybe a little bit more about the lore of Marathon a little bit. Because it is very, very, very much connected to Marathon. It is straight up a sequel to, it is straight up a sequel to, Infinite. Or Infinity, rather. Biohazard. This thing is inaccurate as balls. I'd have better luck just, like, pissing in the wind than using this damn thing to kill anything. That's less than 2 feet in front of... That's more than 2 feet in front of me. Consider how hard it is with that map if it wasn't overlaid. Because you'd have to, like, open and close the map over and over and over again. Wait, what's up with the biohazard door? I might as well, because either I find something or I die. I found something. I found many things. I found many good things, many goodies. Now let's get going. Awesome. I need to find a way to reload my weapons manually. But yeah, this game is actually, it kind of does what System Shock did, but in a first-person shooter. Honestly, I feel like this game wasn't as influential as Half-Life, specifically because it was on the Macintosh. Like, if it wasn't on the Macintosh, this game probably would have been far more influential, because people would have actually played it. Search heading, rampancy. Search found, headings, remove redundancies. It is a side effect of rampancy that AIs generally become more aggressive and more difficult to affect by subterfuge. Thus, actually disassembling a rampant AI is quite dangerous. This was evident in the crash of Traxxas 4 in 2206. By the time the rampancy of Traxxas was detected, he had already infiltrated 5 of the other AIs on the Martian net. The only recourse for the Martians was to shut down the Martian planetary net. Even then, it took 2 full years to completely root out the damage that Traxxas had done, and the repercussions of the crash were seen for over 10 years after his rampancy had begun. This is foreshadowing. Rampancy has been divided into 3 distinct stages. Each stage can take a different amount of time to develop, but the end result is a steady progression towards greater intellectual activity and an acceleration of destructive impulses. It's not clear whether these impulses are due to the growth of the AI psyche or simply a side effect of the new intellectual activity. The 3 stages were diagnosed shortly after the first rampancies were discovered on Earth in the latter part of the 21st century. The stages are titled after the primary emotional bent of the AI. During each stage, they are melancholia, anger, and jealousy. In general, rampancy is accelerated by outside stimuli. This was discovered early in cybertronics. The more rampant AI is harassed or threatened, the more rapidly it becomes dangerous. Thus, more rampants are dealt with in one mighty attack. In order to deny the AI time to grow or recover. There have been a few examples of this tactic not succeeding. In all of these cases, the rampant was never brought under control. Traxxas 4 is the most notable example. He was finally dealt with by a complete shutdown of his host's net. Theoretically, testing rampancy should be easily accomplished in the laboratory, but in fact it has never successfully been attempted. The confinement of the laboratory makes it impossible for the developing rampant AI to survive. As the growing recursive programs expand with exponential vivacity, any limitations negatively hampers growth. Since rampant AIs need a planetary-sized network of computers in order to grow, it is not feasible to expect anyone to sacrifice a world web just to test a theory. In the 250 years since rampancy first appeared on the EarthNet, the stable rampant AI, the holy grail of cybertronics, has never come close to fruition. Since no rampant has ever been controlled or turned to any useful purpose, it is the opinion of this writer and of the majority of the cybertronic community that all rampant AIs are a danger to cyber life, liberty, and the pursuit of thrashedness. James B. Miller, 2320, Life and Death of Intelligence. Interesting. If you don't know what rampancy means, for the most part, rampancy means when an AI becomes self-aware. AI, when they are self-aware, tend not to be controllable, so they are considered rampant, or renegade, or whatever else you want to use. That is what rampant AI means. in this context. Basically, it means that it is now completely uncontrollable. You cannot control the AI. We don't think that rampancy could ever actually happen. And the main reason why most people don't think rampancy could happen is because an AI can't necessarily code itself. Usually that's like the first thing you shut off. And also if an AI does go rampant or like has full consciousness or whatever and it's provable, which it's not usually, what you usually end up just doing is shutting off its ability to improve itself. You shut off all ways for it to fix itself. You're drunk right now, sitting with your friends under a full moon, life is good. That's good. It's always good to have a good life, you know? Well, yeah. But hey, it's nice to see you. It's always good to spend time with your friends, I suppose. I have summarized all of the information that I've gathered on the aliens so far. The four are generally thinner and lighter than humans and are superbly adapted for low-gravity environments. Durandal told me that there are many clans of four, each physically distinct from each other, but my summary only includes two of them. Only two clans of the four have been examined. The fighter carries a shock staff, which is capable of attacking at different settings. The trooper is armored for vacuum conditions and carries a combination of explosives and impact projectile weapons, which is similar to your AR-75. The four seem to have enslaved a number of other races. The Hulk is an enormous and rather slow creature, but is incredibly strong. The science report indicated that it had no body fat and therefore had to be fed often to keep it active. One crew member reported seeing one of these creatures pointing to itself and mumbling, "Drinil," right before it picked Johnny up by the shirt and crushed him against a pillar. The science staff had difficulty finding a good specimen of the spit, or compiler, to autopsy. The only specimen autopsied was completely destroyed, but it was obvious that the compilers are cyborgs of some kind. The biological component of the compiler is so closely linked to the machine that it could never survive without it. The compiler's actual body is very small, resembling closely a mammalian brain, except that the neurons are much finer and far more complex. Interesting. So how's the pain? Is it good? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm not in too much pain. I've been doing okay. Wait. Who? Hold on. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's one of these. Which one moves these ones? Which one does this move? Which one does this move? And which one does this move? What's this level called? Second switch from the left, then the rightmost switch, followed by the second rightmost switch. Okay. Sorry, but I really don't feel like solving that. Second switch from the left. Ow, fuck. Not what I meant to do. Rightmost switch, and then this one. I don't know what to do. I feel like a fucking dumbass. Second switch from the left, then hit the rightmost switch. No. Ah. I don't get it. Okay. Second switch from the left, and then the rightmost, and then the second rightmost. There. Cutie spotted. Hi, cutie. How you doing? How you doing, Ruby? Killing aliens. Oh wait, hold on. I should probably read that. You have not completed your mission. You must replace all the circuits. With every passing moment, the opportunity for us to counterattack is fading. Hi, Yuki! Thanks for everything, dude. These streams are usually a safe space. You're welcome, man. Can you hear me now? Am I still audible? Sorry about that. I was looking at a walkthrough because of the puzzle. I'm good? Okay, good. Just making sure. But yeah. You know, I'm enjoying Marathon. It's fun. It's a little bit tough, but it's fun. You can hear me? That's good. Sorry about that. I was looking at a walkthrough, so I didn't see chat. Well done. I have detected defense drones activating all over the ship. Reports from security forces are jubilant. Now the four will encounter stiff resistance, and they will have to pay in blood for every move. The colony appears to be under attack. I detected 7-4 dropships entering the atmosphere only minutes ago. Trajectory analysis indicates that the ships were headed for the outskirts of the colony. Shortly thereafter, I lost communications with the colony. Something has come to my attention. I will inform you after the teleport. Teleport now. I have some bad news. Durandal has gone rampant, and he is in the angry stage. Low-key want to see my friends. 90% of us are drunk. Again, thanks for everything, dude. You're welcome. This explains how Durandal was able to communicate with the Four and the Spit while I have not. Theoretically, the Marathon's computer net is not big enough to sustain rampant growth for very long. This means that as Durandal grows into the computer net, he will begin to affect all aspects of the ship, resulting in unpredictable failures of otherwise benign computer systems. I have teleported you here to make sure that Durandal cannot gain access to vital section of the ship. There are a series of control switches that you will need to activate to block his access. This is where you are now. Study the map so that you can do this quickly. Here's the first of the 3 switches that you'll need to activate. Second, and this is the last switch. Be warned that the aliens have already entered the area. Okay. That wasn't very smart. I might head out for a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm getting kind of hot, to be honest with you. It's only 66 degrees outside, but it's still hot in my room because my room is so well insulated. It's like a furnace in here. Insulation, it's both a curse and a benefit, depending. You know, but we'll see. Thankfully, this doesn't take too much time, so that was the main reason I was debating it. Always remember to hail hydrate. Be safe, bud. I will. We're gonna get to at least through the next level and to the next save point, I believe. Fuck. Not like that, we're not. What do these do? Nothing good. Yeah, I fucked this up. I have to go fix it. But yeah, it's not so much being dehydrated so much as being uncomfortable and hot. How did I fuck this up? Okay, I'll reload my save. I was wondering if there were, like, secrets. But I guess not. Alright. Doing my best to get through this as fast as possible. That's a lot of aliens. By the way, if you'd like me to check out Infinity's multiplayer, which had some decent deathmatch, if I remember correctly, let me know. I'll check it out when we play Infinity, which we will be. I need a recharge station really fucking bad. Eat that. Suck it down. But yeah, I'm willing to check out Marathon's deathmatch in bots. I remember it being pretty good. Actually, like unironically really good. Man, all my little micro movements, I can hear all of them because of the clicky keyboard. My keyboard is like really clicky and nice. I like it. It makes me feel good when I play these games. New keyboard, in case you're wondering. Hold on. I could really use the shield regen right about now. Turns out that's the only way to recover health in this game is shield regenerators. There are no, like... health packs. Here it is. Security breached. Data transfer cohesion. Search string Christ. The Christ Soul Orbiters. Ad starts in 3 minutes, so we're probably going to take a little break after we read this. The Christ Soul Orbiters, or cargo and resources and system transports, were huge ships shaped like a hollow potato and designed to be able to move huge amounts of material between Earth and Mars with low costs and theoretically low maintenance. The system was simple. The Christ was put into orbit around Sol on the plane of the ecliptic. Built with a powerful solar sail, the Christ could change its orbit easily to pass by the Earth or Mars. On a flyby, materials could be loaded or offloaded. The energy used to accelerate or decelerate the materials would be supplied by the solar sail. Loading was accomplished with a great giant tethered reel system, which would swing the material into orbit behind the Christ and then reel it in slowly. Offloading was accomplished with a powerful ion beam, which would pound the offloading material with a steady stream of ion particles. The designs of the Christ was innovative and useful, but it was not low maintenance. Of the 5 Christs that were built, 4 lasted around 100 years, and the other one only 73 before they needed to be brought back to Earth and refitted. Each refitting took about 15 years and completely occupied the Earth's space shipbuilding facility for that time. The result was that no more than 5 Christs could be kept in service at any time. No Christ was ever built after 2310. The Christ failures devastated Mars. As the first 5 Christs were built, Mars colony grew quickly, confident that the growth would continue. But then the source of Mars's resources failed. The colony found that it had overgrown its supportable size, and extreme poverty struck most of the population. I'm gonna snooze the ads for a little bit so I can do this. Each time that the Christ broke down, the result was famine on Mars. The conversion of Deimos into the Marathon began when the Mars colony was at the height of its power. By the time it was complete 64 years later, the decline of Mars was well advanced. During that time, the Martian population had seen its standard of living drop by 80%. On top of oppressive poverty, Martians saw one of their moons being converted into a colony ship in an expensive and risky colony venture, which was predominantly funded by a ruling foreign power. The argument to make the Marathon into a Christ became more and more popular, but the UESC never seriously considered this an option. The farther that Mars sank into the depths of poverty, the more that the Martian people became a symbol for the oppression of the Martian people. That the Marathon, rather, became a symbol of oppression for the oppression of the Martian people. The declining Martian world. After the Marathon left Mars, the UESC's attentions focused primarily on technological development and the upkeep of the Christ. Mars was left to decay. Population continued to increase as attempts to mandating abortion or sterilization always started revolt. That's fair enough. Okay. So, we'll be right back. Enjoy the ads. I will see you guys in a little bit. Sorry that was just very long, so I had to snooze the ads. I'm gonna start a sub discount just to be nice as well. The rest of the stream will have a sub discount. For gift subs. So yeah. See you in a bit. We're back. I'm turning on my AC. Audio might be a little worse, but I need my AC. I'm going to die otherwise. I'm not going to have it blowing directly into the microphone, but I don't want to die. I like the Wolfenstein sound effects. If you don't know, that's the same kind of sound effect that Wolfenstein uses for treasure. But in this case, it's ammo pickups. Where to next? I guess this way is about the best way. This is about the best bet over here. All right, this way. Where do I go now? I don't see anywhere to go. We got all the switches, but now where do I go? I'm gonna go ask the computer. The main one. Where I can't remember where they are. Believe I've activated all of them. I'm an idiot. I am a major dumbass. There. Sorry, I spasmed a little bit. Oh, thank you for the raid, Samara. Welcome in, raiders, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Spectra12, also known as Junie Spectra, and we're playing Marathon and sucking at it, apparently. But I'm doing my best. How are all of you doing? What were you playing? Were you playing Battlefront 2? I think I saw you playing Battlefront 2 earlier. Marathon is going pretty well. It's so nice to see you today. You're back? Welcome back. How are all of you doing? Was doing the campaign for Battlefront 2 2005. Is the campaign good? I've only really played the, like, regular standard game mode. I've never really played the campaign for any of the Battlefront games, but I have played a lot of Mercenaries and such. Damn. I'd say so. It's basically bot matches with objectives in Surrey, but it's fun. Yeah, that's fine. That's about what I'd expect from something like this. From that, like that. Oh. Is there any, like, is there a heal thing anywhere? No, not really. I love the stock sound library. I love using punches to represent energy blasts. Okay, I'm not gonna go down there for ammo until after I actually deal with all the four up here. Or spit, or whatever these are. This game's very ambitious for what it is. But yeah, maybe I'll check it out sometime. If you need a raid and run, I understand. But I'd love to play Battlefront 2 with you sometime. I have it. Shoot straight. Yeah. Just want to do campaign first. That's understandable. We'll do it after you finish the campaign. I can't go save, so what I have is what I have, basically. I think we're getting close to the end of the level. Maybe. If I'm lucky, we're getting close to the end of the level. Because I kind of want to get out of this level. This game is really hard, and this level was really tough. You know, when they said the assault rifle was inaccurate, I didn't expect it to be that inaccurate. I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Hope you're enjoying the FPS. I am. It's just really hard. Because what I said at the start of this stream was, I think it'll be fine, you know? I think the assault rifle will be perfectly fine, you know, even though it's inaccurate. And then it turns out, nope, not really. It's hard. Yes, it's very hard. It's a very hard game. Mainly because you have a very inaccurate machine gun as your primary weapon throughout the game. That has the most shit-ass spread I've ever seen in anything. Okay, I'm gonna go heal before I interact with the marathon computer. Let me show you the spread on this thing. The bullets go wherever they fucking want to. Keep in mind, I don't think this game has auto-aim either. The fucking crosshair for it would be a circle. The bullets are free to go where they please. They are bullets. Yar har diddly dee. Do what you want cause a bullet is free. Do what you want cause a bullet is free. You are a bullet. Durandal has been denied access to some of the critical computer systems. This should ensure the mobility and reliability of the defense drones. Unfortunately, I have received a distress signal from some crew who had sealed themselves off in one of the nearby access areas. They say that they have lost control over the doors and elevators on that level, and that the four have access to the area. It appears that Durandal has reacted to our move against him by giving the four access to a formerly secure area. We will have to deal with Durandal sooner or later, but we can't be distracted from the four attack. I only hope that his rampant behavior won't continually sabotage our defense efforts. I am sending you to go and save these crew. Clear the area of aliens. If enough of the crew survive, then perhaps we can get an intelligence report from them. I'll do my best. I cannot guarantee survival of the crew. Your mission here is simple. Keep as many humans as possible from being killed. Exterminate every alien in the area. You can only leave after the area is secure. There are some defense drones in the area, but I am not sure what condition they are in or how much they will be. How much help they will be. This is the current location. There are crew engaged in combat right next to your current position. Use the pattern buffer at this location as soon as possible. You can leave by this terminal when you have secured the area. They're like super incapable of actually defending themselves. Making me save humans when my weapons have shit-ass spread is pretty mean. They just kind of run into them. Hydrate? Okay. Hydrating now. But yeah, that's what they do. They run into them. They're useless. Absolutely fucking worthless humans. Oh my god. The defense drones do better. I'm sure it won't matter if they go down. Yeah, but still, it told me to. So I'm like assuming that it means it when it says that. The assault rifle is both the most useful thing ever and the most useless thing ever. Yeah, maybe you should run. They want you to get close to them. I feel. Yeah, they probably do. Uh, uh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm good for the day. I'm gonna go prepare for my collab later. Yeah, sorry to the raiders who came in shortly before I ended, but we're gonna raid out to someone else. I'm gonna raid out to, Orchid Memoria. Tell them I said hi. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Have a good day. And bye.
Can't tell.